Hi there everyone, it is currently the 13th of January 2012, and today in our Western Pacific weather update we're talking about some of the same areas we were actually talking about yesterday. We still have the northeast monsoon dominating the weather pattern across Indochina, extending out towards the Philippines here, where you're actually seeing this widespread convections in the bottom left portion of the screen here. Also just north of that region though, stationary boundary is extending across Indochina out towards the Ryuku Islands, with just north of that associated with Siberian High, pouring cold air into Japan with snow showers with that as well. And actually, let's pull up the surface chart and just confirm up everything we just stated here. Starting from the bottom and working our way up, you still have several areas of low pressures extending across the Monsoonal belt here from about the Philippines, Indochina here, and extending all the way over towards about Papua New Guinea is that northeast monsoon right now. Just off towards the north, though, you have that stationary boundary here in eastern China, and that's actually what a lot of these areas in black are indicating here with these circles colored in. It's actually overcast sky cover in some of these areas in here, indicating and potential for rain showers. Actually, rain showers in many of these locations, even snow a little bit farther off towards the north. And lastly, you have those cool temperatures and that cold air pouring in out of Siberia, heading out here towards much of Japan. And that's what actually these isobaric lines are indicating, with those winds moving across the Sea of Japan. And really, the gradient-induced winds associated with that Siberian high interacting with this stationary boundary, it's kind of bringing some gusty winds out here towards some of the islands here around Iwoto, seeing a 30-knot wind barb right there as well. But let's look back down here towards the south and at this area of low pressure in the South China Sea. And actually JTWC, that's the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, is calling this area a low potential of development over the next 24 hours. So they are keeping a close eye on this area for possible development. But my thoughts on it, it is fairly disorganized at this time. It doesn't look like it should develop into the near future, since as it just drifts off towards the west here, it is going to go into an increased area of vertical wind shear actually rate over top of the area, about 5 to 10 knots right in this region. But if we look farther towards the west over the peninsula here, you're seeing upwards of about 20, even 30 to 40 knots of wind shear around Singapore. So that's definitely going to tear apart the system. And also the fact that it is below 10 degrees north and doesn't really sustain that Coriolis force that should allow it to develop into a straight up cyclonic system. But that does not take away the potential for some energy with this system to move onshore across much of Malaysia and Thailand here, even more so from what it has been doing the last several days. And this is actually just looking at the current satellite imagery out here, showing all of these colder cloud tops indicating those heavier rain showers across much of the region here. At this very moment though, looks like the entire region here across the Malay Peninsula is taking a fair break from the weather, but expecting this another area of cumulonimbus clouds to start to move onshore later on today and into overnight tonight. But also let's look at this area of convection extending all the way out towards the east here. That's also associated with the monsoonal belt in this entire region. That continues to bring the rain showers actually. And actually here, let's just look at the World Meteorological Organization rainfall totals. If we just pull up some of these numbers here, 88 millimeters. But if you look out towards the west here, out towards about the Spratly Islands, you have another reading of 82 millimeters in the past 24 hours. Here, you're seeing all of these numbers extending up towards about 100 millimeters. This is 98.8 millimeters in the past 24 hours. So that's just showing how strong and intense that northeast monsoon has continued to be in this entire region. And that is why actually Malaysia and much of Thailand there is continuing to see some flooding out here. And just on the left side of your screen here, just showing some pictures from recent floods out there. Actually, Francis has put out some fairly good text updates on this entire region, and actually has been producing some video updates. So please be sure to check those out as well at the website here. But if we go into the next several days, definitely through the week and into the early part of next week, it looks like that northeast monsoon is definitely still going to continue to linger. Maybe by about the mid part of next week, you're going to start to see a little dissipation here across much of the Malaysian peninsula. But as you start to get into Tuesday and into Wednesday, you really start to see an increase in that rainfall yet again. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like that northeast monsoon should let up here in the near future. At least by Thursday and the Friday in much of the Philippines, you should be relatively dry, besides the fact of the diurnals and the typical afternoon thunderstorms in that entire region. But although besides the tropics out here, you're still looking at those rain showers and those polar lows continuing to track across much portions of Japan here. And actually, that's the other low that we're looking looking at here on Monday and into Tuesday, and then again on Thursday and the Friday, another low coming across, bringing more rain showers out towards that region. And lastly, let's take a look at the temperatures out here. About a 5 in Tokyo for tomorrow for the high, still seeing a -8 of high out in western China there. But once you get south of Taiwan, where actually the elections are going on out there today, you have highs of temperatures of about 29 there in northern Philippines. Once you get down towards Mindanao, it's 25. So very warm temperatures out there in the tropics. But that is all for right now, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box below as usual. And please stay safe out there. Have a great day.